Yo, 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 yo. Hello. Hey, yo. Hello. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's time for that villain report. Let's talk about it. I'm the 313 villain, and this is the villain report. My name is Russell Wayne. I am the UDFA of sports podcasting. That's right. I am the unwanted, the unfiltered, the unapologetic voice of the fan base that bleeds Honolulu Blue. So don't go anywhere. Big show today. Got Lions versus Eagles tomorrow. The 1 seed is on the line. The coaching shakeups, injury updates, and we're doing the lock picks today. The lock picks are here among us. That's right. We're going to pick these. I'm going to talk to Robert from the Frozen Tundra Network. That's right. He'll be joining us live. So grab a drink, drop in your score predictions, and let's get to it. This episode is brought to you by Fanatics.com. That's right. If you bleed Honolulu Blue, or hell, if you bleed any NFL team's colors, right there. If you're rocking with the 313 or any of the other NFL teams, then you need to gear up like the real one, the villain. Fanatics, our official merch partners. So here's what you do. Click that link in the description or hit that pinned comment, or use the villain QR code and save up to 25% off of your order. Every click supports the channel, the page, and lets the world know that the fans from your team do it bigger and they do it better. The Villain Squad don't do knockoffs. We do official. We do Fanatics. Get yours. Detroit Villain Squad just crossed over 95,000 strong on Facebook. We're climbing fast. Help us storm the castle of 100,000 villains. So Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, wherever you scroll, the villain rolls. Connect with me on all platforms and be part of the takeover, because it is faith, family, and then football in that order on here. That's right. We use football. We don't let football use us. We don't let our emotions get the best of us when we lose. So with that being said, let's get to it. Hope everybody's had a great week so far. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat before I bring on my special guest right here. So Jay Mommy's in the house.
You like that?
She says, good morning, gentlemen. And Russell, just kidding. Yeah. I have been accused a time or two of maybe not being a gentleman. I guess that is a possibility. You never know with these type things. Davey's in the house. What's up, Davey?
You like that? You like that?
Come on, Davey. Welcome. And right here is that YouTube subscription right there. I want to thank Detroit Lions on SI with John Macaroon for collaborating with me on those YouTube, helping get some more subscribers on YouTube. So we appreciate anybody that subscribes to the channel and helps us get up in the algorithm. Every one of those clicks, the comments, the shares, the subscribes, all that stuff helps us get up and reach more Detroit Lion fans or reach more peeps. Becca's in the house. What's up, girl?
We're going to bite a kneecap off.
That's right. Davey's in the house. He's got 17-13 low-scoring game, according to Davey. Becca.
You like that?
That's right. Broski Bear is up in the house.
You like that?
Broski Bear says that he'll call me the UDFA of sports pilot. You're going to call me Tyson Bagent? Yeah, I'd rather go with Dan Skipper or Tom Kennedy. But if you want to be the UDFA, I guess you could be Tyson Bagent. That would be your guy, wouldn't it? Tyson Bagent. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you, J Mommy. Thank you.
That?
That's right. So I'm going to welcome to the program right here. It's been a couple of weeks. I didn't get to do a show with Robert last week because I was at the game, and it was awesome. It was awesome. But welcome to the program, Robert. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going good. We won last week, so we're Super Bowl contenders again. And we're not firing everybody.
We're firing everybody in, including LaFleur. Especially if we lose to the Giants this week, we're definitely firing them. I'm going to say that. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that. That's probably going to happen.
But we're the lucky ones, Robert. We get to be the ones that ride the wave of ups and downs. And to me, when I very first started doing this, it was a little bit weird at first, just because I've never been a knee-jerk reaction kind of guy. I'm watching the ebb and flow of a whole season, and I'm a Lion fan. So usually my season was over at the beginning of November. So so we didn't have those feelings, But we're trying to caution these fans and even Packer fans. If you're a Packer fan out there, like, don't jump off the ledge yet, guys. Like, it's a long season. Guys can get their poop in the group, and all of a sudden they're talking about you as Super Bowl contenders again. And we beat up on a bad team, and all of a sudden here we are. Oh my gosh, the offense, that's so great. It's like, okay, guys, it's the Commanders. I think they rank at 31.
They're not the same team as they were. It's not the same team that put you guys out of the playoffs. They're definitely not that.
But you do got to play the team that's in front of you. So I also don't underestimate, a win, because it is any given Sunday. And I guarantee that, fans of other teams would have been in here. Like, you want to pull Robert Dorn. If you want to pull Dorn out of witness protection, just have the Lions lose a game to Marcus Mariota. And I'm sure that he would have been scrolling in these comments right here. So, man, here we are, man. So let's get your thoughts on, to start out, let's warm it up with your thoughts on the Packers. Do you think that there's a problem here? Is this something that LaFleur is going to get fixed? Or
there's definitely a problem. I mean, LaFleur has gone away from play action. He's his play calling, he's been run, and then try to pass on and get the first down on third down. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. Something's happened. He's lost his ability. It's playing scared is what I think it is. And Jordan Love, same thing. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles called out a play at that fourth down. He's going to run. He's going to point it to where he's running to. And nobody changed the play. And they ran right into where the guy called it out. I mean, if that doesn't say that other teams can read your offense, or somebody, they found a weakness and they've exploited it. And now Jordan Love is going to be under a tremendous amount of pressure every week. I mean, they exposed us, and they exposed LaFleur. And if they don't fix it this week against the Giants, this is a lesser team. We should beat these guys very easily. But if we don't, LaFleur could be fired. This could be his last year.
Really? You're going like LaFleur firing.
Bro, we've lost 3 games. Okay, 3 games we've lost, and 10 points, 13 points, 16 points. If your defense holds another professional team to those kind of points, your offense should be able to win a game every time. That should be almost automatic. We have a Super Bowl caliber defense right now playing like it. And we can't. And this is LaFleur and Love, because honestly, Love should have identified when that guy pointed out the play. He should have audibled away from it. There should have been a kill play. Something should have happened. He should have taken a timeout. Nobody. I mean, I can't just blame LaFleur. It's on Love too. He was right there. Everybody probably if you were sitting in the front row, you heard the guy call out what was going to happen. I mean, It was that clear. It was that clear. Everybody heard it. And he screwed up by tipping his hand, letting the offense know that he knew where it was going. So they could change it, but they didn't even change it. So who does that fall on? LaFleur? Does it fall on Love? Are we that easily read? Do other teams already see what the Eagles saw when they play us? Do they know our plays before we do it? I mean, there's a lot of questions from this. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the narrative that the Lions had after losing to the Minnesota Vikings, the screen pass convention that John Morton put us into, just all this, run being predictable, it's like almost the same narrative for LaFleur and you guys. It's like you just need to shake up a little bit of play calling. You guys got playmakers. Josh Jacobs is a good running back. And let's give Philadelphia credit where credit is due here. They do have a really, really good defense.
I'm going to tell you, that guy Phillips they picked up, he's a beast. Get ready to have some problems with that guy, because he was. You almost heard his name every play on defense. He was in the backfield. He was disrupting everything. And our offensive line's really beat up right now. I'm not making no excuses, but that guy is a baller. Get ready. Yeah. That was a great trade for them. Holy cow. Can't even give it enough props. Really.
Well, it's one game in there, and I noticed that when guys get traded, usually their first game is a big impact kind of game, and then you kind of figure out what they are going through the rest of the season, because they get fired up, man. I'm at a new team where I'm feeling good, new change of scenery. It's what you wanted. And
he's a Vic Fangio guy. He already knows the defense. Rock, the Philly fan Rock that hangs out in our group, he was like, I go, so what's the word on him? He goes, look, he's ready to go. He's ready to play. They're plug and play. And that's the reason it works for them, because he didn't need no time. Look what he did at first game. Now imagine when he gets in here and gets a little more. The next game's going to be he's going to be even better. That's against you guys. Get ready, man. This guy he's legit. I couldn't say one guy made a difference, but he really made a difference on their defense. We had 3 block passes. Jordan Love had these guys were in his face. And I'm not going to totally say their defense was great, because our guy Banks, he sucks. Holy cow, what a bust. What a bust of a pickup. Him and Hobbs are just that free agencies that just didn't work out, man. They suck.
And that's why I keep cautioning Lion fans that are out there. Here's the other side of it, Lion fan. Like, all the guys that were out there. And by the way, I had a great conversation yesterday. If you guys can take that time to go and look at yesterday's episode with John Macaroon, and we had a great discussion on trade deadlines and like the differences between Howie Roseman and Brad Holmes, and how the jury's kind of still out there. Don't make moves just to make moves, because, Hobbs was one of the best guys coming out as far as free agency goes, but he didn't have that big of a role over in Pittsburgh, and he got picked up as a high end, you got to get a cornerback, go get that guy. And it's like, they have to be able to fit into your system. So just because you pick up a guy, it doesn't mean that he's going to work in your system. He's never been to your locker room. He doesn't know where the cafeteria is. That's a line that I like to use. It's like,
well, a perfect example of what you're talking about is Jair Alexander. He literally just got traded to the Eagles, and now he's done. He's put his helmet down. He's not even playing nobody.
So John Macaroon is on the side of, like, it don't matter if you whiff on a couple of these, it's no big deal. It's like, but you need to prove to the fan base that you're trying to get better all the time. But sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And Brad Holmes staying put is and not doing anything is a move. Even though it's not a move to bring a guy on the team, that means that you believe in your guys more than you believe in somebody that you could get from the outside, or maybe the price was too big. And you have to wait till the end and see if the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl when it comes down to this. Like, you can criticize him in the middle of the season, that's fine, but you got to let the hand play out first. If he believes in his own guys, you got to see if, getting all of these guys back by the end of the season is going to help. And now you see that, Green Bay's even struggling a little bit at this point in time, and they made all the big moves, right? So making big moves doesn't always translate into Super Bowls. And for a couple people, it won't. Like, they can't all win the Super Bowl. Like Sauce Gardner and Indianapolis Colts, they might win the Super Bowl. And then they'll go, oh, yeah, well, they traded 2 first-round picks and they got their guy. Or is it going to be the Packers? Oh, they traded for 2 first-round picks. They got Micah Parsons. Or is it the Dallas Cowboys? They traded 2. We're trying to get Quinnen Williams. So it ain't going to work for everybody. Somebody might be able to say it, or none of them might get it. And then you got to talk a different thing. And if Brad Holmes and the Lions win the Super Bowl, then you'll watch everybody. Watch them, Robert. Watch them flip flop and be like, well, that's what you got to do, Robert. You just got to draft. You just got to draft and develop. You don't go out there and waste all your draft pick. They'll change their minds. Like, it doesn't really matter what us talking heads think in here. It's all going to come down to who wins the Super Bowl, not week 11. And that's why I'm telling Packer fans, tell Lion fans, come off your high horse a little bit here. You beat it's the Commanders. Here we go. Week 11. It's another game. And Packer fans, relax. You remember the famous line from
Rodgers.
From Rodgers, just RELAX. Just relax a little bit right here and let them work it out, because this happens a couple of times in a year. You get figured out, they got tape on you, and now they're going to attack you that way. So LaFleur and the coaching staff will just make their adjustments, and if they can stop this new way where they've been exposed, they'll be on a hot streak again. And then everybody will be talking great about them, or they will fall off, and then,
LaFleur will be fired. If we lose to the Giants, bro, watch and see.
Wow.
I never thought they'd fire McCarthy in midseason. We lost to the Arizona Cardinals that season, 6-9-1. Bro, we already got the tie. This feels like that season all over again, 2018. 6-9-1. That's what the Bears won the division. I mean, the Bears are playing good this year. I mean, bro,
what is
it feels like that, bro. I swear to God, it feels that way. And McCarthy was fired before they got on the flight on the way home from Arizona, bro. It was how quick it was.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's there because the defense is there. I mean, do you think Hafley would take over as head coach?
I would think, but everybody says it's Bisaccia because he's the assistant head coach. That's his official title. That to qualify, giving him, because he's our special teams coach too. He's the highest paid special teams coach. And we got like the 28th ranked special teams. It's just ridiculous. So embarrassing. I just wish, some things could be better. That's all I'm going to say. But
so I'm going to address Broski right here. Russ, just come out and say it. John agrees with my take on that. And he does. This is the beautiful thing about good topics, Broski. Yeah. The beautiful thing about good topic, because if it's not a good topic, then you all just agree. That's the idea of it. And that's why we talked for 40 minutes about trades and whether it's good or not. And just because John Macaroon agrees with you, it doesn't make him right. It doesn't make you right. And it doesn't make me wrong. But it doesn't make me right either. All I'm saying, and I put timestamps on this, broski. I put timestamps on. I'll come over to the other side of, hey, you need to be aggressive. If the Lions go out and they sign their 2023 draft class, then there's no more excuses anymore. Then you have to go, like, whatever. I mean, if you have a guy to go get, F them picks. But right now, you have to allocate your money and, screw Brad Holmes for drafting so well, but you got to sign Jack Campbell, Brian Branch, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Malcolm Rodriguez. So you can't go into the shopping spree because I don't want to lose those guys, and I'm not willing to risk a guy that hasn't been here over that. So that's just my point. So after they signed that draft class and they built their foundation, which takes 4 years, by the way, in order for you to sign your old draft classes, 2021, 2022, and 2023, that's what you call your foundation. Once you've poured the concrete and you've laid your foundation, well, then you can go out and do some shopping spree type of stuff. But Brad Holmes is keeping to his thing. What Lions fans and what you're talking about, what you want to do is you want to stop him in the middle of his first move, which is a 5-year plan of foundation, extra contracts, getting all of these guys here till 2030. All of those contracts go to 2030, and they'll do the same thing with Campbell, Gibbs, Laporta, Malcolm. They want all of those guys, and they will sign all of them. And he does deserve credit if he can get all of those guys underneath the salary cap, by the way. But that's why he's not spending money. I'm not saying whether I'd like them to do it or not. Well, yeah, I would like a Trey Hendrickson if they went out and got somebody, but they didn't. And all I'm saying is I understand why he's not doing it. And he's just following through with his plan that he's had from the beginning. And what Lion fans want him to do is go right in the middle of it. And they want to be like, well, I'm really nervous right now, Robert. I'm nervous. So I want you to stop everything that you're doing and your whole plan. And I need you to just go out and spend some draft capital on a guy so us fans can feel better. It's like, no, let him do his job. Let him do his jobs. And J Mommy, yeah, that's right. I even forgot about Gibbs the first time that I said it. You want to keep your guys. I trust Jahmyr Gibbs more than I trust Jalen Phillips from a different team. Yeah, he may be great. Probably is great. But it's a risk. It's more of a risk to risk your draft capital and your future than to do nothing. It's not a risk to do nothing. Oh, you're watching the parade go by. Okay. Maybe. We'll see. I think the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl this year. And if they don't, then we'll have a different conversation. I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong, but once they sign those 2023 picks,
but I don't think there's a wrong or right in any of that. I mean, you only have so many ways you can acquire players on your team, whether it be by trade, by free agency, by draft. I mean, you're limited to what. And you're not going to hit on every pick or every trade or that's just how it is. Some hit, some don't. Sometimes you have to find that piece your team needs in free agency. That's the beauty of this game, is just whoever's running the show needs to know what a true team is. And that's what makes Howie Roseman so good, is he's constantly improving his team, constantly looking for ways to make it better. And if your GM's doing that, that's all you need.
But the thing is Roseman's missing. So the point where John,
he misses too. Yes.
And I get it. I get where John's coming from, because Brad Holmes has been really, really good at draft and the developing type of guys, finding talent within the draft. And he hasn't hit in free agency like as much. He goes out at the deadline and gets, Donovan Peoples-Jones while other people are getting like real guys. And I get that part, I would have liked to see them do something right here. I even made this slick little video with Brad Holmes right here. I'll play it just so I have my hand on the pulse. I want people to realize that.
Okay, Brad, this is what we're doing now. The Colts and Cowboys are out there building the Avengers, and you want to collect bargain bin Pokemon cards? You want to sign some guy nobody's ever heard of off a practice squad? That's your big move, huh? Do you know what happens when the entire fan base is sitting around refreshing their phones like it's Black Friday? waiting for anything from you? Huh, Bradley? Do ya? Do you know what happens when you let the moment pass? When you let the league party without you and you sign a player whose Madden rating is NA? Bradley Holmes!
You just made the list!
So I understand that, Bradley Holmes made the list right there, and there's a pocket of the fan base that feels that, and part of me feels that too. I want to see them do some stuff too, but I understand why they're putting trust into 6-sack Al-Qadim Muhammad and 4-sack Derek Barnes and 4-sack Jack Campbell. It's like the proof's in the pudding, and the pudding tastes pretty good right now for the talent that they have there. And, I'm not going to crucify Brad Holmes for not making a move that wasn't even a move to be made. There were no offensive line. I think there was one offensive lineman that was even traded. So I live in reality where, if you want to say, oh, they should have went and got Trey Henderson. Trey Henderson's still a Bengal. That's not reality.
Yeah.
That's Madden. Yeah, you can go on to Madden franchise right now and you can force a team to trade you with whoever you want. But if somebody came and offered 3 first-round picks for Amon-Ra St. Brown right now, the Lions would probably tell them no. You know why? Because he's our guy.
What?
We have
think about that again, bro. You just said 3 first rounders, and you don't think any player is not tradable with 3 first round. I mean, I'm thinking any player on my team might be up for grabs if they're given 3 first rounders.
Well,
but who gives 3 first rounders for a guy? That doesn't happen. I don't.
Well, that's what they wanted from Myles Garrett, and Myles Garrett's the best player in the NFL.
That's what I mean. Who's going to give that up? Nobody.
No. Teams went to the Cleveland Browns and offered 3 first-round picks, and Browns told them to go kick rocks.
Oh, that's amazing to me.
No, to me, it isn't. Once you find a franchise player, you want that guy on your team during his prime. That's it. And,
I agree to that. I wholeheartedly agree to that.
I mean, you guys just did it with Micah Parsons.
You got to because Dallas was giving him away. I mean, are you kidding me? What was wrong with Jerry? How do you give away a guy that's coming off his? I mean, he's had it. His rookie contract, he set records. I mean, he had 50 sacks in his first 4 seasons, bro. 48, whatever it was, averaging 12 a year. I don't know how you let that go.
Well, I mean, we'll see. That's one of those great things
What's
about
up, Trey?
You got to let it play out, right? So, I mean, if you don't win a Super Bowl trading 2 first-round picks with this guy, then it's a bust. It's a miss for you. You can't do anything other than win a Super Bowl making a trade like that. That's it. That's the only thing that's on your mind. And, Lion fan kind of goes through that too. We have never won a Super Bowl. We've never done nothing. There's nothing to brag about. There's nothing. There is nothing that the Lions have been a garbage franchise their whole time. Now, they're in a window right now where they might be able to do something. But if they don't do anything, it's the same. It's the same. You got, and I won't say those words, but it is the same until it isn't. Now, it isn't the same because we don't go to NFC championships or win playoff games or, can compete every year. So that part of it isn't the same. But the part about us winning a Super Bowl, that's not changed. Yeah. So I understand. Like, I am going to sympathize with the Lion fan that wants him to go out and make the big move to put yourself over the edge. And I don't know what move that is. I don't know what move that's out there that was made that would have been the move to put us over the edge. Broski would argue that it's Quinnen Williams. We should have made the move for Quinnen Williams and paid that and had him on our team instead. And
what about Sauce Gardner?
I wouldn't pay 2 first-round picks for that. Like, not with our team. We have cornerbacks. We got DJ Reed. We got Terrion Arnold. We just invested draft capital into it, and we've seen the Legion of Whom, which is our backup secondary guys that come in after our guys are injured, and they play fine too. So it's like, it doesn't work for every team. So I wouldn't do it for Sauce Gardner. I wouldn't do it for Quinnen Williams. And I could argue the Micah Parsons thing. I'll allow that too. Maybe we should have tried to go and spend more and get Micah Parsons here. Okay. I'll let you have that argument. I'm not going to hurt you for it. Not me, not for us. You know, we already have Aiden Hutchinson. We got that big guy. You're not going to be able to afford two of them. You can't pay two $47 million, $50 million pass rushers and pay your quarterback and pay. I mean, it is kind of monopoly money. Howie Roseman's kind of proven that, but
he has. He continues to. I don't know where he pulls these. I think these are just awesome trades that he's done, man. I mean, the Jair one didn't work out. We kind of told him that wasn't going to work out, but the Phillips trade, great pickup. Holy cow.
Yeah. So, you know, it's going to be a magic trick for Brad Holmes to sign these guys. Like I keep on hearing talking points out there for the Lions that like, which one are you going to choose, Robert? Are you going to keep Laporta and Branch? Or are you going to keep Jack Campbell? And I'm like, no, we're keeping all of them. Haven't you seen what Howie Roseman's doing? They're going to keep all of them. They'll sign every single one of those guys. And when they do that, you know, I expect some attaboys out there. I expect Broski to come in here and go, I didn't expect you to be able to get all those guys under contract. Well, they did. And then when they do that, yeah, F those picks. The picks aren't, I mean, hell, half the picks ain't even going to make the team anymore because we got the whole roster filled, you know, with good guys. So, let's see. Wait, Russ, Cleveland gave up 3 first-round picks for Bo Callahan. They gave up 3 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. How'd that work out for him? All in, baby. We got this great defense. Now we got Deshaun Watson. It's over for the league. How did that work out?
I could have told you that was a bad trade.
No. You can't do that now because I remember what all of the sports outlets were saying when they traded Deshaun Watson, and everyone was like, "Oh, that should have been the Lions." Who's going to trade for Deshaun Watson? Oh, we need to get into that. Every team was into that until afterwards when it didn't work. Now everyone's like, yeah, that was stupid. Nobody knew that it was stupid at that time. He was the best quarterback
Yeah, he was good in Houston. That was it. He was nothing else when he left.
But the thing is the trade had to be done first. He was in Houston. They made the trade because of what he did in Houston, and then he went to the other spot and wasn't good. Those are the chances that you take. Oh, he was so good in Houston. Yeah. How'd that work out?
I thought the Russell Wilson trade was even bigger. Didn't Denver give up like 3 picks for Russell too?
Yeah, how'd that work out for him? They ended up.
I know. That's what I mean. They got rid of him the next year. I mean, it was like, there's no guarantees trades work out. There's no guaranteed draft picks work out. And there's no guarantee free agents work out. It's just, you're trying to fit pieces where they belong and make your team better. And sometimes it works and sometimes it don't.
It usually doesn't. It can't. Yeah, just by the numbers, it can't work out for everybody. You know,
I questioned the Banks when we got Banks when we picked him up. I questioned that, and everybody's like, "No." I'm like, why would the 49ers let a guy go if he was still decent? Why would they let him go? He's been trash for us. I mean, he grades out at 55 in PFF. What?
Yeah, sorry. I mean, and that's the big question. You know, like, there's a reason that you would want to trade a guy. Like if you end up saying, okay, I guess I'll trade this guy, there must have been something that you didn't like about him, unless you're paying like what you paid for, like you're paying 2 first-round picks. Okay, I don't want to get rid of this guy, but that's a lot of draft pick. You know, like that's the mentality that you have to go if you're actually trading a guy that, you know, that.
You know how many people have told us, you guys gave up 2 first-round picks? I go, we got Micah fucking Parsons. Are you fucking kidding me? That's worth a first-round pick, in my opinion. I'm just saying. How often do you know what you get from a guy before you get him? I mean, what you're giving up. I mean, yes. Look,
If
I
he
didn't think the
becomes
Cowboys wanted Kenny Clark. I didn't think that was the deal. We thought they were going to want like Rashawn Gary or Edgerrin Cooper, because Edge is badass. We thought they wanted someone else that could that was going to hurt our team. And then I'm like, well, what's the point in getting Micah if you're going to weaken the defense somewhere else? I mean, what the hell?
Well, Kenny Clark's a good player.
They
They wanted an interior guy, and
right.
you guys dumped off an older guy where you had another dude stepping up in Devontae Wyatt that can come in and take that spot. You made a calculated move, and it's a good move for the Packers. I wouldn't deny that. I just didn't think it would have been a good move for the Lions, but Lions fans crucify me because I decided that I wanted to put my faith into Al-Quadin Muhammad, who's been here for 4 years.
Yeah.
But let me see. I'm looking at some of these things. Could be characters.
Broski.
Broski loves me. See, that's why Broski keeps on coming back for more. He loves me on this show because, we get to argue a little bit back and forth. He's called me out a couple times. I probably
you call Broski daddy. I just want to know. There's a rumor saying you call him daddy.
Yeah, right. Just remind me.
I'm saying there's a rumor out there that says I've heard it says Broski owns Russell. It's all good. Broski likes to think he owns everything.
Let's let this play out right here, Rob. Let's live in reality here, not Madden. Is Russell going to Broski's shows and commenting on his shows? And
I know.
Or should Broski be calling me daddy because he's on my show every day with his opinion? I don't know. That information might be a little bit skewed out there, and I don't even have to argue the point. It is what it is.
Broski's awesome. I
love Broski. I mean, for a Bear fan, he's all right. I don't care what anybody else says about you, Broski.
I mean, you can call me whatever you want, bro. You can call me. Just don't call me late for dinner, bro. I don't care. Call me whatever you want.
And still, Steve, he knows he's my favorite Packer. But no offense, Robert. I didn't see Robert for a little while. Robert came on here, but Steve is a guy that's been here through thick and thin. Every show, he's at least putting something in there, win or lose. I'll give you credit for that, being that Packer fan. He is that guy. You should be happy to have Steve in your fan base.
Oh, I love Steve. Steve comes on our show all the time.
And then Jay Mommy. Yeah, she has she has better football takes than us half the times. And we're supposed to be good at this. But I do want to play something right here. I got a little something. If you haven't seen, I had a special request from John Macaroon for me to do some Razor Ramon type of trash talking right here. So this one's for all of you guys from Philly.
Hey, yo. I heard somebody out in Philly's talking real loud this week, saying their fans are tougher, saying their stadium is scarier, saying the Detroit Lions should walk in there Sunday night and be intimidated. Intimidated? Come on, man. Throwing batteries and booing Santa Claus doesn't make you tough. It just makes you Philly. So keep pretending you're the toughest fans in the country. The Detroit Lions didn't come to play. They came to take over. And just like I always said, this 313 thing right here, this is for life.
Oh gosh, that's probably one of my favorite ones that I've done, Robert. Like that was a fun one to make.
That was, congrats, that was a good one, bro.
If you don't know who that is, that's Baby Razor. right there coming in, and he wanted to represent the 313 in there. You think that throwing batteries and booing Santa Claus makes you tough? Oh gosh. I'm wondering how long I can get away with that without. I do when I make those. I write the scripts and everything in there, so it's not actually, it's voiceovers. I make a separate picture over here, and it's kind of a little process to make those, but I'm just hoping I can keep doing it without.
AI is amazing.
It's amazing, but there's copyright loopholes that you can get through with that, and I'm not breaking any laws so far in the way that I make them, but that doesn't mean that they can't just change the rules and make it so I can't do that anymore. And that would suck because it doesn't really have much to do with wrestling right there, and it's entertaining, and it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Okay, so we got these games coming up, and we got the spread stuff happening right here. So let's start out with these. I had some stuff written here, but I don't know if I'm gonna go at it like that. Let's get into the comments right here, and then I'm gonna pull up FanDuel and do it that way again. Is that what I did, or is it DraftKings that I was using? Oh, it's DraftKings. All right, DraftKings. I had some little monologues going in there, but I probably won't use. I think that we do better.
No, I use ESPN. They give you every spread and every stat, the whole thing.
I'm being consistent, Oh man, you make me put in a code. I guess the ESPN doesn't have you do that, huh? I guess it is annoying.
Yeah, code. It doesn't drop. You just go to each game and you click preview, and then boom, it pops up. It shows the spread when it opened. It shows what it is currently. Shows the games, the pick'ems, everything. What how the fans.
You said ESPN.
You
said ESPN.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At least it's not my app. The pick'ems. I'll tell you.
Regular ESPN. Okay, good.
Fantasy. It's the fantasy app. That's what it is. It's the fantasy ESPN fantasy app. I do weekly pick'ems every week, bro.
Let's hope they do these right here. I guess they do that. Okay.
Yeah. Pigskin pick'ems. That's what they call them. Pigskin pick'ems. That's what it is.
Pigskin pick'ems.
Yep, that's it. Pigskin pick'ems. And see, like,
yeah, I should have got this. I'll have to. I
meant to talk to you about it because it shows the ESPN sports book. It shows all the odds. Like the open is 7, and like the Green Bay New York Giants 7.5, minus 7.5. The spread now is 6.5.
Okay, I got a good one here. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the exact one that you had. It is ESPN, but I don't know if this is the exact page, but this is a good page right here. Let me get the share screen in here. And ESPN, boom, boom, and boom. There. Oh, maybe not that one.
No, not that page, but that, yeah. You're right idea.
I had the wrong one. Sorry, guys.
No technical difficulties here.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll get it.
This is where you got to have the elevator music. There you go. There you go. Look, there's the spread. Everything. Look, you got it all.
Got the whole thing. There we go.
Spread the team spread. Everything.
So let's start right up here at the. We'll go top to bottom that way, and then I'll. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So start out with a Shardy right here. The early game is the Washington Commanders at 3-7 against the 3-7 Miami Dolphins. And they're giving the Commanders 2.5 points. So where are you at with that?
I'm taking Miami in this one. This might be I think Washington's done. I think they're just going down. They're spiraling.
Yeah, I mean they're both really bad teams, so
Yeah.
I'll take the Commanders. I think they ran into our buzzsaw last week, and they're not as bad as what people say they are. I think they ran into some difficulties minus their quarterback, but Mariota, God, I don't know. I can't even really justify this. Like they're getting 2.5 points and both teams suck. So I'll take the team that has the points. How about that? That's a better way to explain it. Okay, 1:00, the Chargers against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Chargers only getting 1.5. That'll tell you where I'm going. What are you doing?
I'm taking the Jags.
I'm taking the Jags and the points, huh?
Yep.
Okay, I'll take the Chargers in that one right there. And then we got the Bears. The Bears getting 2.5 points versus the Vikings, trying to get some revenge. The Bears are actually getting points, and they're a couple games better than the Vikings. You think the Vikings get right in this one, or is this?
You know why this game is weird? Because the Bears, all their losses are against division teams. I mean, seriously, look, they lost to the Lions, they lost to the Vikings. We haven't played them yet. That's the only reason. But I mean, they've made their right. The Bears are 2 of their losses are against the division, and the Vikings. I just don't know which Vikings team you're going to get. And the Bears, the way they've been winning, it's just like something fluky happens. I just don't even know what to say about it. It's like something has to happen, or their defense has to get turnovers. They're just relying on that. This is a tough one to pick. It's a divisional game. It's always close, no matter how good teams are. I'm going to take the Vikings.
God, this one is a tough one for me. I'm curious to see which way Broski's going to go on this one.
He does never take the Bears.
Well,
he's a Bear fan who says the Bears suck. But he hates the Vikings, so I don't know how he's going to go on this one.
Man, I feel like it's going to be this division. And, I mean, the Vikings being at 4-5 is, to me, is weird because they are such a good team when it comes to, like, the way that they play defense. And that didn't get affected with the J.J. McCarthy thing or the Carson Wentz thing. And they're not even, like, either one of the quarterbacks, but they haven't had good quarterback, as far as they're concerned, in a couple of years. They've been kind of doing the same thing with Cousins into Darnold into this Wentz and McCarthy thing. And they just been having average quarterback play, but they still win a lot of games because their defense is really good. And this is a perfect game to have the Vikings win and keep that NFC North in what I feel is the best division in football, from my old Overreaction Monday post right here. But this, I mean, for the last couple of years, these teams are all on the rise. Lions have I know the Packers have the youngest team, but the Lions have a pretty young team too. The Vikings have a young team, and the Bears definitely have a young team. And this ain't going to change. It's going to be the best division in football for the next 5 years, because all of these teams have a whole bunch of really good players that are going into their prime. I mean, Lions never get to say that, because we always get guys on the end of their prime, but we got a whole bunch of guys that we're signing that are just going into their prime. And you guys too. The Vikings, they draft a bunch of guys that are young. Bears, young. Like, this ain't going to change. Other teams are going to be getting rid of guys, and they're going to be flip-flopping guys a lot. You're not going to see that as much in the NFC North. So I think the Vikings, that's a long-winded answer, but the Vikings are going to win this game, and it's just going to keep that division all locked in a bunch with a bunch of 5-win teams, 5, 6, 7-win teams, and keep them right there. So that's what I say. I'll take the I'll take the Vikings minus the 2.5. Carolina Panthers. Oh, did Broski put his in
Yeah,
there?
he did.
Here?
Yeah, he did.
Bears, another fourth quarter comeback win in a close one. He's picking him.
Yeah, he's taking him. He said it. I've seen it.
And we could both be right because the Bears could win by 1 point, and we would both be right because they wouldn't have covered the spread. So
yeah, it won't
and
matter.
I think they can most definitely win that game.
Yeah, no, our division's wide open, bro. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
There's
nobody
half a game behind. All of the teams have their own destiny in their hand. That's something that you got to feel, you may be a half game behind the Lions, or you might be a half game ahead of us. We have a head-to-head game in 2 weeks. So it's like we're all in control of our own destiny, and that's a big thing. People in control of their own destiny. 5-5 Carolina Panthers, which I'm not going to undersell how good this team could be. They've been winning some games, and it isn't just the Packers game. The Browns are still the worst loss of your season, not the Panthers. And the Atlanta Falcons gosh, man, they should be better, and they're not. So I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers in that. I'll pick first this time.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick against the Panthers. Rico Dowdle's the real deal, bro. And they're figuring out ways to win, and Atlanta just tanking, tank after tank. So
they should be better, shouldn't they?
Yeah,
they have all this talent. I think
they're squandering Behan. They're squandering him.
It's like these coaches got to do a better job with all that talent. Like this team, this Atlanta teams, I've said, reminds me of the 90s Lions that had Barry Sanders, where you had all these good players, good defense, like all these players, but they could never get over the hump. They got a special running back in Bijan Robinson, and it's just they're not playing up to their talent level. So that's why I will stick with that. So now we go into this is probably one of the better games of the week. This is a huge game. 7-2 Seahawks versus the 7-2 LA Rams.
For the division, for the lead in the division.
Well, really, a lead in the NFC.
Yeah, that too, because the Seahawks are the number 1 seed right now, I'm pretty sure.
Right. So one of them is going to remain the 1 seed, and obviously we're playing we'll get to that one later, but the Eagles could end up in that spot too.
Yeah.
Be a two-way thing. But gosh, man, this is I guess it all comes down to, do you feel that Seattle is real? It's a lot of the same stuff. A really, really good record for the Seattle Seahawks, just like a really good record that they had for the Minnesota Vikings last year. Is it Sam Darnold? Is Sam Darnold becoming and getting the respect that he deserves in this game? We could talk about this one for a little while because this is a big game right here. The Seahawks. Do you believe that the Seattle Seahawks are a real team?
I do. I believe they're real. They're playing good on defense. They're playing good on offense. Sam Darnold has got it going on for him. I mean, every game that they win is another slap in the face to the Minnesota Vikings. We should have kept him. Should have kept him. I'm just saying. I don't know, man. They end up needing a veteran quarterback anyway, and he's still got something going, and he's making it work with Seattle. I mean, how does he do it? How does he go to these teams and just take over what they got and start? I mean, maybe Sam is better than we all thought.
Well, eventually you got to just give him the credit. I mean,
that's
it
what I mean.
reminds me of Goff in that way. It's like, how long does he have to keep on putting up numbers before you take the pedestrian, you take these tags off him? Oh, it has to be this, has to be that. Well, he must just be the luckiest guy ever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always the talent. It's always the people around him. It's like, well, if everywhere you go, there you are. And if the evidence is showing you that he's winning and winning and winning and winning, then you got to give Sam Darnold his credit. But with that all being said, the Rams are still a better team. I'm going to take the Rams.
I'm taking Seattle. I'm going to ride the hot hand. Let's go.
Maybe I'm a Stafford slappy.
I mean,
all right. Let's see what we got in here. Broski's got the Rams. Duncan says that J.J. McCarthy does not much film to study. A new thing. So he's not doing any research. I don't know about that. I mean, he's essentially a rookie, and he's still learning how to, do it with the speed that's in there. And he's shown the flashes, but for all you Viking fans that are out there calling that out, I know this is the Rams thing, but the saying that he's the second coming right here because he's thrown a couple of really nice passes. Every quarterback that's ever been drafted has thrown a couple of nice passes. That's not the point. Consistency is what makes you good in the NFL, not throwing a couple of nice passes. Caleb Williams was in that same category, but he might be starting to run their offense with some continuity, with being able to get through his reads. And that's what he needs to be able to do. All that slick stuff that they do when the play breaks down, that's fine to have that, but you got to be able to run the offense. And right now, McCarthy hasn't shown that he can just run the offense. Step back, hand the ball off, read one, read two, read three, get the ball out of his hand. He's made a couple good throws, but just like Trim Reaper says, get down. Come on. Get down. Do it now. Get to the chopper. How dare you? How dare you say anything bad about Sam Donald Schwarzenegger? Get down. You think that Matt Stafford can beat me? Come on. Do it. Try hard. There you go, Trim. Oh, gosh. All right. So there you go. You got I'm taking the Rams, you're taking Seattle. Yep. I don't remember. This reminds me about us doing this. Have you ever seen a show Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
With Drew Carey. We keep track of points. We just don't care.
We just don't care.
we're not. So now we're going into the Baltimore. We got a division matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And I do believe did the Browns already beat the Ravens this year?
Holy cow. I think they might have.
I think that they did. The Browns have good wins this year, but they just keep losing all the other games. Their 2 wins are against really good teams, and they're not going to beat the Ravens twice. They're just not. And the Ravens are going to cover that and make the Browns 2-9. That's my opinion.
Yeah, the Ravens are trying to. If they lose any games between now and the end of the season, their season's over. That's how bad it is for them. They cannot lose. So I like the Ravens. I think they beat the Browns.
That's a perfect example because when the Lions beat the Ravens, they beat them and sent them to 2-4. And I remember Dorn coming on here being like, "Hey, you beat a 2-4 team. They ain't that good." I'm like, they're going to win the division. They're going to win that division. Oh, yeah, whatever. Okay, well, let's watch. Let's watch and see how this plays out when they get Lamar Jackson back, and here they are. Here, what is it? The Ravens are 4-5. They're about ready to go to 5-5. And if they don't, their season could be in jeopardy for sure. So next one on the list, we're just going to keep going right in the order. I'm not going to give the Lions any preferential treatment in here. So, we got – oh, no, I guess I do have to do that because I got to go in order. Okay, so I had to do it the wrong way. All right, another division game, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cincinnati's getting 5.5 points.
It's Ben Gay Bowl too.
Yeah, this is This is a crappy game.
This was a shootout though. Last time it was 30 points, and the Bengals beat Rodgers at the last. Joe Flacco threw one in the end. I mean, it was back and forth the whole game. It was a shootout. I say the Steelers win this one though.
Yeah, they covering that 5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Division game. I'll take the Bengals.
Yeah. I'll just stick with the Steelers. I'll give it a run. I mean, it's a divisional game. You're right, but don't believe. I think they're. Well, we'll see.
I think it's to me. It's the fool's gold. Steelers. I don't think the Steelers are that good.
Yeah,
I think they have a good defense.
They haven't played like they got the most money tied up in their defense. They certainly aren't playing it.
But you got these guys that are older guys that usually break down at the end of the season. That's why you don't want to see guys going out and getting Jalen Ramsey, the corpse of him, because he ain't gonna make it through 17 games. Watch how that happens. And and those Ravens are coming, and this would be the move that makes them all top.
Well, I heard Joe Flacco's coming back soon, like early, like maybe next week. They almost thought he was going to be ready for this game.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Bengals in that way, but then I don't.
I know, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, you go and you got Joe Burrow. You don't go and get him any help. You draft another wide receiver. It's your own damn fault. I mean, you guys could have had, the top offensive lineman, but you want our case. I mean, that's fine. He's a great receiver, maybe one of the best in the league.
What's the point spread?
But you already had T. Higgins on the team, and you draft another wide receiver. Put yourself in a pickle, and it's 5.5 points in that game.
5.5. There you go.
Yeah, and I'll take the Bengals in the points because I think it's going to be a field goal. I mean, Pittsburgh might win the game, but God, if they lose that game, that's going to open up the door for the Ravens. It's a big game for them. So you got we're moving on here. We spend too much time talking about these nothing games.
Broski.
Broski's roasting me when I'm not even talking about them.
No, he's not. He's roasting the Lions.
Yeah, he's roasting the Lions. I'm not talking about the Lions right now, so I'm not going to address it. So we're moving on to the Tampa Bay Buffalo Bills. In his defense, I did go to the Lions thing first, and I bailed out of it, so he probably commented through that. The Tampa Bay getting 5.5 points versus the Bills. They're getting 5.5 versus the Bills?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
It's because the Bills are like up and down too. Didn't the Bills lose to Miami?
Bills. I mean, that's ridiculous for people to overreact after a one bad game by the Bills.
I know.
Bills.
I took the Bills. I mean,
yeah. All right. How about the Houston Texans, Tennessee Titans? Ooh, the battle of Salk.
I'm taking the Texans.
Taking the Texans. I'll take the Texans too. That's not enough points. The Tennessee Titans.
It's not. It's literally that's a toilet game.
All right, Packers Giants. Packers getting 6.5 points over the lowly Giants. This is a get right game for the Packers. I'll take the Packers on this game. I think they blow them out.
Yeah, I think they do too, but we played down to every opponent that's been beneath us this year. So I'm just going to take the Giants, bro. Fuck it.
Oh, wow. I love it. This is great. This is awesome. San Francisco 49ers, Arizona Cardinals, another division matchup. San Francisco only getting 3.5 points against the lowly Cardinals. San Francisco all day. Like, I don't know. Should be more. 6.5. I might still take San Fran. Who do you got?
I'll take San Fran.
San Fran. We got some we got some agreements going on here. This is what's going on here. All right. Kansas City Chiefs, Broncos. God, this must be the division week.
Look, Steve even said it. Look, Giants win, the floor gets fired.
Wow.
Telling you, bro. Steve, I'm telling you, your Packer fan buddy, there he's saying the same thing.
Wow.
I'm telling you, if the floor loses this game, bro, he's going to be cooked. I'm not even joking. He's getting eat up in the comments as it is.
Giants money line is plus 310.
Whoa.
That's interesting. I mean, if you believe that, get in there and win some of that money. That's a good payout.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they're not going to lose. There's no way.
I could put 10 on that game. I could put 10 on that.
I mean, I know what you want to say, Steve, because you guys lost to the Carolina Panthers, but the Carolina Panthers are a better team than the Giants right now. They just are.
We have no faith on the offense, and LaFleur is not like, you could call it whatever you want. Either he doesn't believe in Jordan Love, and he's not like giving him permission to air it out. You know, I said I questioned that play. I go, does Jordan Love not allowed to audible? And somebody told me he's not. How is that even? How can you even say that? How can a quarterback be out there if he sees something? He should have the opportunity to freaking change the play. I just don't get it.
That's crazy to me. If he's not allowed to audible, you're going to pay this.
I know. That's what they told me. I'm like, are you serious? I can't even believe that's true.
That can't be true. You can't give somebody $50 million and
but bro, they never audibled away from that play. Dude called it out. Nobody had the forthwith to not the coach, not the quarterback, not anybody said, hey, they know the play, timeout. Nobody did that, bro.
Did they have timeouts?
Yeah, somebody said they didn't. Then somebody said they checked. They had timeout. I mean, even if they didn't, you don't have a kill, you know, and have when you kill the play, this is the play we go to. You don't have something like that.
Yeah, that seems crazy to me. You know, they didn't even fake audible. Then like maybe.
Nothing, bro.
Broski says, I disagree. Panthers are fading fast. I watch the Panthers every week after seeing the Giants and have some aspects that you need to deal with. This is true. The Giants have a very good defensive line with Burns and Lawrence, and they got some bigs up in the front that can give you problems. So, I mean, he may have a point right there. And, you know, if you actually go look at all the Panthers wins, they really aren't all that impressive. You know, I was under the impression that, you know, Bryce Young was playing a lot better, and he's been okay. He's had efficient games, but there's nothing that's really stood out. No 300-yard games or anything like that. So I can agree with him a little bit on that. But still, you got to win that game. The Giants don't even have Jameis Winston? Jameis Winston's good for at least 3 turnovers in that game. He might throw 4 touchdowns against you guys, you know, throwing off of his back foot and doing Jameis Winston stuff. But he'll throw 300. He'll give you the ball. I mean. He reminds me of a Temu version of Brett Favre, you know, like it's like without the flash, like he'll give you the turnovers. He'll give you some splash plays though too. Yeah. So, all right. Maybe you're right, Broski. I'm definitely not gonna die on the hill of trying to argue for the Carolina Panthers. All right, now we can get into these Lions versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is we got some awful news. You know, no Sam Laporta, no Kirby Joseph, no Terrion Arnold.
Wow.
So
really? You guys oh my God, you guys
we got some down guys. But we have guys coming back too. So it's like, I mean, I don't know what to think on it, but I'm going to bet on my team because I liked the way that the team looked with Dan Campbell calling the plays. I think the Lions are going to be able to get points on this Eagles defense. It's night and day different, Robert. Like with Dan Campbell calling the plays. I mean, if you look at their stats for the week, it's like he understands. There's something about the way Dan Campbell calls the game where he understands the ebb and flow and he knows how to get the ball and spread it around.
Well, he just took over last game, right? That's when he took over. So that's his first game, taking over his head coach. All right, we'll give another game or two. Let's see what happens. I'm not. Look, I'm just telling you, he's about to be playing a really good team. They got a great defense, so he's going to need that. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say this, and this may not be popular with Lion fans, but if you stop the run in Detroit, you stop the Lions, and they know this. So their efforts to stop Gibbs is going to be. I mean, that's the consensus when you talk about your team. I mean, if you can stop Gibbs, you guys got a chance to beat the Lions.
Well, that's the first thing you have to do.
Yeah, but that usually, because if you stop the run and you can get to, because Goff is basically a statue back there. He doesn't run around a lot, so.
But he gets rid of the ball fast.
Yeah, he does get rid of the ball. Don't get me wrong. You guys, your schemes are to do that. I mean, that's why I wish the Packers did that more often. That probably helped Jordan Love a little bit.
Well, something about the way Dan Campbell calls the plays it's like when you have an offense like our offense, you can't have it depend all on Gibbs because that's how you get stopped. Because if all you're doing is handing the ball off to Gibbs and throwing screen passes to Gibbs, well, yeah, you're right. All you got to do is stop Gibbs. The idea is you need to make them stop everybody else. And last week, you got that throw it all around. Like, if you do this, we're going to do that. You had 6 catches for Amon-Ra, 6 catches for Jamison, 5 for Amon-Ra, 5 for Laporta, 5 for Khalif Raymond, or maybe 4 for Khalif Raymond, but they spread the ball around, and it's spacing. That's how our offense works. So if you don't spread the ball around and make them respect the other players, then yeah, you are dead in the water. You got to do more than that. But if you start spreading the ball around like that and he gets 4 or 5 catches for each one of the playmakers, well, that's just going to open up the box for Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be able to run the ball. So the difference between him and Morton is Morton would use the run to set up the pass, and it seemed more like Dan Campbell was using the pass to set up the run, and that made some explosive plays happen. Once you pull those guys out the box to try to, double up Amon-Ra or Jamison, you're done. You're done. I mean, you're going to give Jahmyr Gibbs a light box, he'll run on anybody. So if they have the ability to stack the box, but they do have physical enough players in Philadelphia to stand up and probably put only 4 guys rushing the quarterback and get pressure anyway. And that's the most dangerous thing about Philly is they can keep all their guys back into coverage and play the zone and take the spaces out. So the first idea for Dan Campbell is to make them respect the run and make them pull guys in and try to block those guys. So this is a dangerous game for the Lions. This is a game that the Lions lose historically because it's the best team right now. And, we usually lose these games. So this is the opportunity for the Lions to once again take one of them narratives. It's 2.5 points. The Lions are getting 2.5 points. I'll take the Lions in the points because I think that it is going to be a close game regardless. I think it is going to come down lower scoring kind of game. I like John Macaroon's take from yesterday. It's like it's a race to 20, and I think that whoever gets to 20, is probably going to win that game. I think it's something like, I think it's going to be like 24-17 Lions is where I'm going to go with it. And I think the Legion of Whom is just fine. Our cornerbacks can play even without. We've been without Kirby Joseph for the last 3 weeks anyway. So it's like, that's not a big surprise. Sam Laporta, that's a pretty big loss, but we do have a lot of playmakers. We do have a good backup tight end in Brock Wright. So maybe that means Isaac Tesla, our 3rd round draft pick, maybe gets a couple looks this week. So we'll have to see, but I'm a homer. I'll go with the Lions. Are you taking Philly?
I'm taking Philly. Well, I'll take it just to go against you, but I also believe we just played them, bro. I've seen what you're about to play, so get ready.
But you know what the cool thing is, and this is one of the reasons I think that we're going to win, is we just saw you play Philly too. So
Yeah.
we got very, very recent tape on what Philly is doing just last week. And I do think that that's more of an advantage than a lot of people would give credit for. So
believe me, people are going to watch that tape and go, wow, Philly figured out how to, this is the most pressure Jordan Love's ever been under. You see how he played, right?
yeah.
That's going to be a new narrative against the Packers. Watch. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know, Broski, you can say that all you want. You're cute.
Burnt toast.
I mean, the Lions just played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Evans and Mbuke. And Evans did go out in that game, but he didn't go out until the second half, and he was getting clamped down by Arthur Mallett and Nick Whiteside. Who? Those guys. Yeah, we have depth. It's one thing I know Bear fans aren't used to that, but there's a thing called depth where, like, when your starters go down, then you can bring in other guys that can play. Well, we have a couple guys that can play that you might not have heard of before.
Broski.
Hey, I mean, that's a fair assessment right there. We got no Kirby Joseph, so anybody from the outside, you can take that take. That's a fair take. It creates challenges. You're playing one of the best teams in the NFL. But if you remember last year when we played the Packers and we had nobody, we hired a couple cab drivers and we had a drywaller come in, and then we still beat you guys. Like, good teams with good depths that have good coaching, doesn't it always seem that the next man up just seems to play pretty good? It's amazing how that works when you got a good team. Oh, this guy is out, that guy's out, and it's any team.
Go to Broski's next point. He says, "Hey Russ, Bears have been putting in backup cornerbacks all season, which they have. That's their weakest spot on their team.
Well, they didn't have any starters.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Well, Jalen, they put JJ on the 21 day. He's been officially taken off the IR. They got 21 days to play him.
But yeah, they'll probably be a lot better when they get Jalen Johnson. They do have a good quarterback in that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue much against Broski on this. I'm definitely, like, you know, Homer picking this because in the back of my mind, I am scared of Philly. I'm not gonna. I
was too. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, that's one of the best teams. So for me to just say, yeah, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna punk them out, like, that's what I use Razor Ramon for. He can do the hardcore trash talking, but the villain's scared of this game, and I need to feel like, I mean, if the Lions want to help me out and prove to me that they can win against the good teams, there's no better example than right here. This is the biggest get. You got a fully healthy Philadelphia Eagles team. There are zero excuses for Philadelphia. There's no reason that they shouldn't win a game against a beat-up Lions team at home. If the Lions pull this game off, I'm going to be on here on Monday with my Super Bowl hat on. Yeah, I'll be beating my chest on that one. And if we lose, I mean, I will probably hide behind the injury excuse. I mean, wouldn't you?
I don't hide behind nothing.
I'll hide behind the injury excuse. It's not really hiding behind it. It's like, it is what it is. How do you expect to beat the best teams in the NFL without your best players? Well,
next man up.
Next man up. That's why it's like when the Commanders beat us last year, it's like, I get it. Next man up. You guys choked. Okay. 17 guys out. Like,
well, bro, here's the thing about Phillies. Last year they did it off of Barkley. This year Barkley's not done shit. He's a complete opposite of what he was last year for them. He was averaging 150 total yards a game, bro. And this year is not even close to that.
Yeah, well, how about don't make big ass trades, Howie Roseman, and use all your draft capital and spend all your money on other players when you should re-sign your offensive linemen that paved the way for Barkley to have all of those stats. maybe you're starting to realize what other teams realize, that if you don't block it, your running backs ain't shit. How about that?
You've had enough of that shit.
Yeah. Like
Enough
Jahmyr
of
Gibbs
it.
is an awesome running back, but if it's not blocked, hey, look at what the Packers did. Look at what the Minnesota Vikings did. If you don't block it, your running back ain't shit.
Yeah.
I like that. It kind of rhymes, got a little flow with it. So I'm not, I like how I get accused of Howie Roseman made some trades this year, and now his running back isn't running well. He didn't re-sign his offensive linemen. I'm not telling him how to run his team. I'm saying a fact. It's a fact.
He answered you on the next comment.
And yeah, Eagles always have the next man. How's that working out for them? Their offense, it ain't their offense. Yeah, they went and they got some defensive players. Their defense played well.
Well, Rock blames the OC. He blames the new OC for why the change for Barkley and everything. It's the new OC.
It's play calling now. Okay.
Yes, it's play calling. That's what Rock said. Well, Rock's a Philly fan. He's very they do not like their OC, Philly fans. Just saying.
They ain't been playing as well. I mean,
no.
And that's what I'm saying.
AJ Brown won. He had only 8. Look, if you guys can hold AJ Brown to one catch for 17 yards, good luck. That's what we did last week.
Well, AJ Brown's been bitching for
I understand,
half,
bro.
Half the season, because
that should worry you guys, because he's really chomping at the bit to have a big night, bro.
But it doesn't seem like it. It seems like it seems like he's more pissed off about it, and he's going on to
Well, he said he doesn't want out of Philly. That's big. The big talk is that's why he's unhappy. He wants out of Philly. He doesn't want. Says he's not. He just wants to get more plays, and it's on the OC.
That's crazy to me. It's like, why? If you're AJ Brown, why the hell wouldn't you want to be on a Super Bowl team? I understand.
That's what he's saying. He's like, why wouldn't I want to be here?
Oh, he's saying. Oh, he's not.
Yeah, he's not saying he wants out. It's other people were saying he wanted out. He came out and said, "No, I don't want to leave Philly. I love it here." He just wants to be. He didn't get a lot. He didn't get no catches. He got 1 for 17 against the Packers. They only scored 10 points. He's like, "What the hell? You're not even throwing me the ball."
Right.
He couldn't get open. That's why.
Well, and we're gonna find out, broski, who's better. We'll find out who's better.
Yep.
And we get to see it on Sunday night. I mean, you can stop trying to get under my skin.
He's
by just disagreeing with everything that I say right here. I get it. The Lions just put up a 44 burger, so that all is right in the Lions world right now offensively. Spreading the ball around. Dan Campbell's calling the plays right now. I can't be excited about that, because that might have been the whole offensive woes. Everybody's making fun of us for having John Morton. Well, John Morton ain't calling the plays no more.
Yeah.
John Morton is a offensive coordinator by title, and Dan Campbell is calling the plays now. And Dan Campbell's pretty good at calling the plays. It's his offense. He's had all of these guys since 2021. Give him the keys.
He did very well. I don't know why he hasn't taken over play calling sooner.
You're a head coach, if he's going to call plays, he's got to put more time. He's going to spend more time.
Until this year, I would have said you could do it, because I've watched LaFleur do it, but man, LaFleur's not doing it well right now. I'm just saying.
But you do have to have trust into your defensive coordinator or the people that are handling the other two things, special teams. You got to have a lot of trust in Dave Phipp. You got to have a lot of trust in Kelvin Shepard in order to be the play caller, because you got to put a lot of extra time. He's going to have to study more film. He's going to have to, put his emphasis on offense when he's the head coach. So that's the only bad part about it. But a lot of teams do it. This isn't new. Sean Payton called his own plays. LaFleur calls his own plays. Sean McVay calls his own plays. It's not new. And, if Dan Campbell's got a feel for it, if you got a knack for something, it's why wouldn't you do it? But he's even saying that he doesn't want to do it for the whole year. Like hey, I'll show you how to do the ebb and flow of the game, and then he's gonna give the play calling up to somebody else. And it might not be John Morton, guys. John Morton might not get the play calling back. They may give the play calling to Scotty Montgomery, wide receivers coach, or they might give it to Hank Fraley. Yeah, I mean, you never know how they're gonna shake that out, because we got a couple of offensive coordinators that are coaching positions this year. Is it David Shaw?
Not to change it, but is Morton here next year for you guys?
I mean, I'm not sure if it's a 1-year deal or whatever, but I don't think he'll be here.
I don't think so either. Not if he has lost his duties. I'm just saying. It's never a good look when the coach has to take over your play calling.
Well, they did it in 2021. They hired Anthony Lynn as their offensive coordinator, and then they ended up taking in a very similar way, because Dan Campbell won't throw you under the bus and be like, yeah, I took it over because he was screwing it. No, he's just it was like this behind the scenes thing, and he won't throw anybody under the bus. He didn't throw Anthony Lynn underneath the bus, but they did fire him at the end of the year,
Yeah.
But Morton will be the offensive coordinator by title for the end till the end of the year, most likely. And he does scheme plays well. Like, if you look at the first 15 plays, like, John Morton's really good at that. It's everything after, when you have to go into the feel part and you're doing the ebb and flow of the game, that's where he would fail. But the first 15 plays, I mean, the Lions scored like 4 straight weeks on the opening drives with his schemed plays. So he is really smart, but he just doesn't have that feel in mid game when you're in situation.
Yeah, when you need situational football. Yeah, I get it.
So it is.
I appreciate the love, Steve. I appreciate the love.
There you go. They totally fixed the problem. Steve
Steve did it one comment.
One comment. He fixed the Green Bay Packers. Yep. Make Robert and John Dorn.
John, the coach.
Do we even want to call this Monday game?
That's guaranteed 5 years of Super. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so the Monday game. I know it's the worst Monday game ever.
The Raiders and the Cowboys.
Cowboys
at 3-5. Like this, I'm going to take the Cowboys because, I mean, what a good story that would be to lose your.
Combined, they're still the last place team, right? 5 wins.
Well, they're definitely not going to catch the Philadelphia Eagles or anybody.
They're not winning nothing. This is the Monday night toilet bowl.
Well, if they go to 4-5. You never know. Here come the Cowboys.
Can't even say that with a straight face.
I can't. Jerry Jones saying, "Oh man, all we need to do is get a good defensive player."
Bro, the Raiders are setting themselves up for a top 5 pick, and they're gonna blow it. Watch. They're gonna beat the Cowboys. Watch, they beat the Cowboys.
Man. I still can't believe Jerry Jones came out and after he traded Micah Parsons was like, oh yeah, now we have 1st-round draft picks, Robert. Now we can go out and get a good defensive player. Okay. And they essentially traded both of those picks for
Jerry,
Williams.
You had great talent and he's still on a rookie deal. He's a dumbass, man.
You essentially traded in a 3-way deal. You traded Micah Parsons for Quinnen Williams. Yeah. When on the surface it's okay. It's just you got an elite player for an elite player. Quinnen Williams is an elite defensive tackle, and you had one on the edge. You had an elite player on the edge, and you traded him for an elite player in the middle. But who's going to rush the passer for you? Like they had James Houston
They made a trade. They made a trade too. The Cowboys. They claim that they got a pass rusher that's going to make a difference. That's what they claim. Who'd they trade for? They just traded for that. They got somebody at the trade deadline.
This is ridiculous. This is like.
I know, Broski's trolling you. Jared Prescott.
Why are you trolling me, Broski? You know that's not like that.
Dak Goff was hilarious. Dak Goff. That's what Dak Goff.
Dak off.
Yeah, that's what I think he said.
Hey, Broski, Dak off.
I know. Cussed you out in a way then.
Are you cussing at me, Broski?
Oh,
Dak off. That's not
Dak off. You Dak off.
Yeah. I'm going to hell now because of you, Broski.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. I better get out of here while the getting's good. We've been on here talking shit for an hour and a half right there. Yeah. This has been the Lions Villain Report. And as many Saturdays as I can get Packer backer Rob on here doing the week 11 picks, we're going to be able to do that right there. And I'm not doing a show every day anymore. It's like I'm having a hard time with the time schedule on that. And like, I realized that I was doing too much for my schedule with my autistic son, and I was just trying to fit everything in, and it was really stressing me out. And there was a lot of other things that are going on in my life that are stressing me out right now on top of it. If you know the story with my autistic son, I'm fighting with Flint schools right now because they have no clue what they're doing as far as special needs kids in there. So I'm in the middle of a battle right now, along with running this page and trying to make sure I have all the info out. So I'm doing the lives as much as I can. So I'm probably 3 days a week on this. And then I got special guests like with the John Macaroon. Whenever I can get those guys, I'm going to try to get in here and do that. So if you don't see me on here, don't freak out. I'm going to be still putting content up every single day. I'm going to be putting videos out on the YouTube page and the Facebook page every day in one form or another, but they may not all be live. So if you do see me live on here, I really like it when we have the live interactions on here. This is really cool. I love it that you guys come on here and you support the page and doing all this stuff. But tell them where they can find you, Robert, and we're going to get out of here.
You can find me over on the Huddle Sports Network every day at noon on the Daily Huddle. Catch me on Saturday nights, open mic night. Anything goes. We talk about everything and anything. And then I do the Red Zone Rant Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesday nights at 7, 8, and Sundays at 10. Come check us out. We talk a lot of football on the Huddle Sports Network. A lot of shows.
Yep, they talk a lot of football and they talk a lot of trash. So bring your trash talking, your mentality. You have a mentality to talk some trash when you go on to Robert's show right there. So this is the Lion Villain Report. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today and doing that thing for us. So may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again in Jesus' name. Amen. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Hey, yo. I heard somebody out in Philly's talking real loud this week, saying their fans are tougher, saying their stadium is scarier, saying the Detroit Lions should walk in there Sunday night and be intimidated. Intimidated? Come on, man. Throwing batteries and booing Santa Claus doesn't make you tough. It just makes you Philly. So keep pretending you're the toughest fans in the country. The Detroit Lions didn't come to play. They came to take over. And just like I always said, this 313 thing right here, this is for life.